So it's Monday. Aiden and I are outside. Andrew was just with us and we were all hanging out listening to Christmas music and stuff like that. But Andrew starts his very first date today, like on the streets, and I'm so freaking nervous. But anyway, his shift is really late, and so he went to go lay down and try and get some sleep because he tried to stay up late last night and it just didn't work. For the last 6 months, he's been waking up between like 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and so it's going to take him a little while to get used to a new shift. We woke up like before 8, and so anyways, he's going to go lay down for a little bit, and then I'm so nervous, you guys. Oh my god. Oh, because I mean, you don't really think about it until it's like time, like dude's on the streets, you know what I mean, packing and wearing his uniform, and you know, people just don't like cops, which is so stupid. But anyways, okay, I'm not gonna go there. But we had a really great weekend. Andrew's parents came down and surprised everyone. Not surprised everyone, but like they just decided at the last minute to come to Thanksgiving. They stayed at Andrew's aunt and uncle's house, and so we didn't get to see him Thursday or Friday, and so we went and saw him Saturday, and we went and saw him Sunday, and then we did some not Christmas shopping, but we went to Target after we went to breakfast with them yesterday. And so so far this morning I've edited last week's vlog, which I'm so bummed because I'm so like scatterbrained. You know what I mean, didn't show you guys any of like my Black Friday shopping. I didn't I wish I would like follow through with stuff, you know what I mean. I didn't show you guys us at the mall. I didn't show you Thanksgiving dinner, which I know isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I just wish I would have followed through. I have like footage of me opening birthday gifts and stuff like that. I had a really amazing birthday, and you guys saw like me in the morning, and then my mom and I went to Target, and I didn't even show you that because that was insane, but it was so well organized. As a person who used to work at Target and used to work retail, that was like the most organized I've ever seen a crazy shopping day. The only thing is that my mom bought my dad a pair of Beats. Thankfully, it wasn't the one that everyone wanted. Everyone wanted like the big, huge headphones or like the little earbuds with like the microphone. And she got him like the wireless ones that like go from one ear in the back of your head to the other. Thank God, because they only had like 4 pairs of the big, huge headphones. Oh my gosh. And so there was like a line in that aisle, and they didn't have anybody like unlocking they only have one chick unlocking the thing. And people were like getting rowdy, like, you mean to tell me you have 4 pairs of these things? And I was like, can I just get those ones up there that nobody else wants? And she was like, sure. Thankfully. So anyways, I wish I would have been more consistent, but we'll just blame it on pregnancy brain, which, I did insert pictures of that, which I'm really glad I did. Like, I was 1 week short of being 30 years old and 30 weeks, but it was 29 weeks on my 30th birthday. But it was still a really fun little photo shoot. The pictures turned out so good. I wanted to insert them in here because not everyone has Instagram and Snapchat, so I don't even think I posted them on Snapchat, to be honest. Aiden's over in the corner playing with leaves. I want to like get down to business. I want to sit down and get together my like calendar, so I can figure out something to do every day. They have this thing in Phoenix because we have the Phoenix Zoo. They do something called Zoo Lights, and so you go at night, obviously, so you can see the lights. Last year, Andrew and I did a boat parade, which was a ton of fun, except we got into a fight with this couple that was drinking. It was so crazy. Not Andrew, but I did. I have this nasty demon on my face. So anyways, I'm gonna continue editing and listening to Christmas music. And my dad's gone. He's in Texas all week. My mom is at work today, so I'll have like maybe 2 hours to myself today, which I will take. Oh, there is another update. So over the weekend, actually on my birthday. It was like the best birthday gift ever. They got their ish together for the VA. I was telling you guys about it last week. I was like, we're just not going to be able to get a house before baby comes, which I still don't know that we would be able to do that before she comes, because my house would literally be empty, because I'm 7 months pregnant right now, actually almost 7.5, and by the time you like close and everything, it would probably be like due almost, and being in a brand new house with nothing unpacked, and having Aiden, a 2.5-year-old who demands not a lot of attention. He's a very independent child, but he is like all over the place with a new house, you know what I mean? I don't know how the setup is, and then having a brand new baby, like, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. So we're going to start looking, and we'll see like what the timeline is, because the sooner we could get out, the better, obviously. And Andrew will be working nights, and so I could always like do stuff during the day. You know what I mean? I'll have some help, because it's kind of actually a nice shift. It's not like all the way through the night where he gets off at like 7 in the morning. He gets off, technically his shift is until 1 in the morning, but he doesn't know like how much his field training officer told him, like, tell your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, that, you know, you're going to be held over a lot during field training. So he could potentially not get home until like 4 or 5, you know what I mean? But for the first time in a very, very long time, we're going to actually get, or we, whatever, are going to get paid overtime. And so that's just like not something you get in the military. That's the only thing. If we got paid hourly in the military, we probably would have stayed in. But it's really cool because most people like don't get paid until they work 10 or 40 hours a week. Like anything over 40 you get time and a half for. And for him, it's anything over 10 hours in a day. So look at my son. He's like jumping up and down. What you doing, baby? I'm really, really excited that he's not working like midnight to like 9 a.m., you know what I mean? Because he would just be dead to the world. Or, you know what I mean, like 8 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. And then he's only working 4 days. It's 4/10s. So it's just going to be, you know what I mean? I'm like super nervous because it's such a dangerous job. But I'm also really, really excited because he's so excited to like go to work, which hasn't been the case for a really long time. The military just drains you when you're not being treated right and you're not getting paid correctly, and you know what I mean, you're not compensated for all the work you do. But this is gonna be amazing. I'm like really, really excited and nervous and scared, but obviously prayer comes with that, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm just enjoying the outdoor weather. It got up to 89 yesterday. It's still early right now. It's only 10 o'clock, and so it's still a little bit cool, plus I'm in the shade. So I'm going to let Aiden romp around for as long as possible, and then that's it. Edit some videos. It's going to be a good day. So let's get this week started. This baby is obsessed with music. We're watching the Country Music Award, or not Country Music Awards. What the hell is this? Some Christmas.
The Country Christmas.
Yeah, Country Music Christmas. And Aiden is like obsessed. The lighting's terrible, but just know he's enjoying it. Even though I hate country music, I enjoy seeing him enthralled with it. Music's a good thing to get into. Oh, baby.
I have to cross over and take one for.
Hear that? That is the soundtrack of today. It has been such a long and awful day today. I can't even describe it to you. Today's Tuesday. I don't even think I finished anything yesterday as far as vlogging goes. I think I filmed one video today, or maybe it was 2. But I had the intentions of wrapping up like 3, and that didn't happen. The water heater went out, so now a plumber's here. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening. Andrew's at work. Yesterday was his first day, and I was a mess from that. Didn't sleep at all last night. And my son is an absolute terror today. Like, I can't spank him enough. I can't yell, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying not to be that way, but it's just, I'm at that point where he's right now locked in his room and he's banging on the door, screaming, crying for literally no reason. Like, it's one of those really hard days that moms have every once in a while where nothing makes your kid happy. We put on Polar Express, which is like his favorite movie right now, and he keeps hitting the TV. He ran his water, he drank it all, and before, you know, we could get up to fill it up for him, he threw a bowl, and it hit this like glass and almost broke it. Thank God it didn't. Oh my gosh. It is just one of those days. It's like days like today where I'm like, I'm glad I'm not doing Vlogmas like daily. I'm sure you guys have figured out by now, the vote was like, you know what I mean, 3-1. It was like 75 to 25% that you guys wanted me to keep doing weekly vlogs. And it's a good thing because I would literally have nothing from today except for this nonsense of me complaining about how hard being a mom is sometimes. And the water heater going out and having a 2-year-old is really hard. I'm going to leave it here for right now because I could literally just go on and on about how like crappy, horrible today was. But I'm not going to because nobody wants that negativity in their lives. I did, however, use a new heat tool today that you guys will see a review on. So I'm going to leave it here for today. Tomorrow's swim school. I'm saying prayers that Aiden gets his ish together tomorrow. And I have my ish together for tomorrow. And that's it. I hope I sleep really good tonight, and I will see you tomorrow at swim school.
I can look at tomorrow or I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday afternoon. It's like after 2. Aiden and I had swim school this morning, and we got to go by ourselves, which was kind of nice. Not that I don't love my mom going with me, but it's just nice to get out by yourself every once in a while. And then we got home. Andrew was obviously here, and it was the most amazing thing. Him and I got to lay down and take a nap together. Andrew and I. He is not used to waking up and getting home late. Like, he gets home at 2 a.m. and he likes to decompress. He can't go like straight to bed, and so he's been coming to bed at like 4 o'clock, and he's been waking up at like 7 and 8. And so, I mean, he's only been gone. He's only worked 2 days. But I also am not used to sleeping by myself. I haven't done it in so long. So it's gonna take me a little while to get used to it. And so I haven't been sleeping. He hasn't been sleeping. Long story short, we took a nap together for like an hour, and it was amazing. We both woke up feeling refreshed. He is off to work, and there's a plumber here replacing my mom and dad's water heater. They're actually going tankless or waterless, where it's just like a panel on the wall instead of dealing with like it heating up a whole tank of water and you're using hot water that way. It literally heats up the water as it goes through instead. So they're really excited about that. And then I have plans to do a couple videos, but it's also getting dark and late, and so we'll see. We shall see. Plus my mom's loud, she's loud. But what I do need to do is get on the computer and do some work for finding a realtor that specializes in the VA, and finish my baby registry. That's pretty much it. But I wanted to just relax because I'm in just that zone. Aiden's watching Monster House. So that is the check-in for today. Nothing exciting or Christmassy really. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're gonna this all behind me is like baking stuff. We're doing a ton of baking on Friday because Andrew goes to the Guard this weekend, and because it's the only weekend in December, they're doing a potluck for Christmas, you know. And so of course he signed up for desserts because that's my favorite thing to do, especially for Christmas. But I'd much rather bake than cook anyway. So we're gonna wrap up like what ingredients and stuff we need, and then Friday we're gonna be baking all day. It's gonna be fun. So maybe something exciting will happen later. I don't know, but that's Wednesday's check-in. Fun stuff. Hi guys, it's Thursday. I left the house in a terrible rage. Not rage. I'm having a really hard time with Aiden this week. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's me having like hormones, or if it's him going through another phase, or a mixture of both maybe. I don't know. And moms, let me know if this is just like a phase or if I'm being like overly sensitive. But he's just like so defiant. Like, it's so crazy. And the smallest things like set him off. Like this morning he woke up and he was like, okay, you know, and I was like kissing on him and changed his diaper. Yes, I know I need a potty train. It's another subject. And he went to like do something. He went to throw a cup. And I was like, no, baby, don't throw that. Just like that. Not yelling. Not, you know what I mean? Raising my voice. Not scolding him. Just, no, baby, don't do that. Lost his ever-loving mind. Slamming in the doors and throwing stuff. And he's just like violent. He's a very violent little boy. And I feel pretty comfortable sharing stuff like this with you, even though it's like a very vulnerable subject of like parenting. And, you know, you see all these people that are like make it look so easy and perfect, and I'm not one of them. I'm not. I struggle with Aiden a lot. He has like a very, very he has a hard temper. He has a very, very high temper. And I just don't know what to do. You know, I've tried yelling. I've tried spanking. I've tried using like a soothing voice. I've tried just putting him in his room. Timeouts. And I have tried like all methods. And today he like almost broke this glass again by throwing a chair. One of his like little plastic ones. And so I was like, you know what? I took the table and chairs apart, the little set that you guys have seen before, and put it in the garage. I was like, I'm just going to start taking stuff away. Anytime he throws something, I'm going to take whatever it is that he threw and I'm going to pack it up and put it away. And soon he's going to have zero things to play with. And it's hard because like my mom is the grandmother, and she wants to just like cuddle him and coddle him and what's the matter? And he's doing this like fake cry thing where he like squints his eyes and he's like hoo 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 hoo, but you can see him like looking at you. And my mom gives into it instead of me, you know, to whereas I am completely ignore it, because anytime you give into that, I feel personally that they're just going to keep doing it to get that reaction of like, oh, poor baby, you know what I mean? And so no matter how many times I talk to my mom, she comes like running anytime he like makes a noise, which 9 times out of 10, it's a fake cry. But he's also like doing stuff like all those temper tantrums. What really worries me is that he like hurts himself. So I'm just having a really, really hard time. I'm like about to cry, which is just silly. It's just like a hard week. And I didn't realize how hard it was going to be with Andrew's new shift, because he leaves at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? He doesn't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. And so he sleeps till like, I don't know, he hasn't been sleeping in that late, but today, for instance, where I was having like a real hard time, it was like already 10 o'clock. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's like 3 hours. Hold on. I'm about to go into a store, so I'm trying not to lose it. I'm walking there looking all crazy, but that only gives me like a 3-hour reprieve. And that's like me doing morning time routine where he's like, okay, but then it goes all day long, and then nighttime is hard, you know what I mean? Like, he's just in that phase, and I'm like really struggling, really struggling. And unfortunately, like, you know, a lot of people think like, well, you're living at home, you have plenty of help, and that's not how it is at all. And you know what I mean? Like, not that just because I live with my parents, like, they should, but they don't. Just like I said, like, my mom is actually like doing more harm than good because she's the grandma, you know what I mean? She just wants to cuddle, and that's not helping the situation at all. And my dad's like never here. He travels a ton. He's a very hard worker, you know what I mean? And I'm not like talking shit on my parents, like, you never help me. I'm 30 years old, and you know what I mean? Like, I need to raise my own kids, but it's just really hard right now with Aiden's age. Plus, being pregnant isn't helping. And I'm just worried about, like, when baby girl gets here, like, him throwing something and it hitting her, or, you know what I mean, or hurting himself. So, I just went and got a really yummy lunch, that I sat and ate in my car. I got Subway. And now I'm gonna go into Target and just kind of walk around for a little bit. It's only a little bit before 11. As soon as Andrew walked out of the, like, I went into the room to change, and he was on his phone. I think he had like just woken up, and you know, at that time I was like, are you shitting me? Like, you're on your phone, like, thinking that to myself. But that's not fair to him, you know what I mean? Like, I like to wake up and do my thing and play on my phone and relax, you know, especially because he has such a high intense, like, adrenaline job. My emotions are just all over the place, and I'm so sorry for bringing it here, but like I said, I feel like in vlogs I can get away with it a little bit more, and you guys understand it a little bit more, instead of, like, I wouldn't sit down in my beauty room and like make a video with me like bawling my eyes out, unless it was like a sensitive subject, which I have done before, like my miscarriage video, but you know what I mean. And so when I saw him on his phone, I was like really mad, and then I like caught myself, and I'm like, this is exactly where Aiden gets it, you know what I mean? Like, he totally feeds off of you, and getting mad over stupid stuff like that, like, you get to stay at home with your kids while your husband's out working a 12-hour shift doing really dangerous work, and you're mad because he's like in the room relaxing. Come on, what's the matter with you? I have to like catch myself, you know what I mean? Because that's like another story. But anyways, I'm gonna go into Target so I don't cry and spend some hard-earned money that my husband made. Oh, that's another thing, is that I haven't updated you guys. We did get a hold of a realtor that specializes in VA home loans, which I was like kind of telling you guys about on Snapchat. We did finally start getting our VA benefits, which means we get paid a certain amount of money that goes towards rent. So we can finally start looking at houses and stuff, because I was like going on and on about how bad I wanted to get out of my parents' house, because we've been there for a year, and like I said, I'm 30 years old now, which living at home when you're 30, you know what I mean, isn't the funnest thing. And then I like kind of went back, like, wait a minute, you're gonna have a brand new baby, plus Aiden being a terror. Like, do you really want to go into a house that's empty and like you having to unpack stuff and things like that? And I was like, no, there's no way. Like, so we should just wait until after baby girl's born, you know? And after like this week, I like reverted back, like, no, I'd rather be in my own house, because I'm not getting the help that I need. It's not like I'm going to be missing out on a ton of help, you know what I mean? Like, my mom will still come over and help me with the baby girl, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. But it's not worth it to stay there anymore. It just isn't, because I'm like losing my patience with my mom, which my mom and I have always been really, really close. And so it's not fair for our relationship to like be on bad terms, because it just happens when you live with people, especially for a long period of time. And you haven't. I literally moved out when I was 18. Like as soon as I could, I moved out. You know what I mean? So it's just time to go. Speaking of time to go, I need to take my ass into Target and get out of this damn parking lot. So I will talk to you guys later at some point, I'm sure. I'm gonna go do some shopping and just relax and take my mind off of my son bringing me to tears. Because it happens. It's an ugly part of parenting that nobody, you know, really shows. But like I've posted multiple times, like I hide in the bathroom from my kid. I've had to hide from him multiple times. And you know what I mean? Like I've screamed at him and I've spanked him harder than I needed to. Like I've done, you know, and every parent has. They have. So anyways, I'm gonna go into Target. It's gonna happen. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Can somebody say Christmas threw up on me? Same day, different outfit. I came home and filmed like 4 videos. Pretty proud of myself for that. I wrapped up 2 and filmed 2, so red and white. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my sandwich because I only ate half of it earlier, and I'm gonna edit. I'm feeling much better, more calm. Andrew just left and had to come back all the way home because he forgot his what they call a second chance vest, but it's just a bulletproof vest, a ballistic vest. So many names. You call it what you like. Got all of our baking stuff for tomorrow. So excited. Brownies and all kinds of stuff. I'm really excited. Really excited. So, yeah, it's gonna be a chill night. It's just gonna be us again. It's the last night for me, my mom, and Aiden to be by ourselves. My dad comes home late tomorrow night, but Andrew only works 4 days, so Monday through Thursday. So excited. Although he did get to crawl into bed with me today. I like did not go to sleep until he got home. I can't sleep without him. I know that sounds so like wah, but I'm still not used to it. It's only been a week, so I just like could not get to sleep. I was like I started re-watching Shameless, which is really sad because there's like 10 other shows I could finish, but I just love Shameless so much. So I'm gonna eat, I'm starving, and edit all night. Not really. I need to do something with this kid because my mom gave him like one of those nice boxes that has like a tie on it, and he's like so I'll check in with you guys later. Hi baby, are we outside? Huh? Watch out! I know, we need to put a flag on that thing. Hi! Look! You so excited to be outside? You see the lights? You see the lights? What'd you see? So cute. Careful. Good job. So today's Saturday. I'm not used to vlogging on the weekend, and so I was actually like snapping away on good old Snapchat, and I was like, oh yeah, you're vlogging on the weekends now. Duh! I baked for a good portion of the day yesterday, and I like did little snippets of different things I was baking, but I don't think I talked to you guys at all, and the reason for that is it was Andrew's first day off, and so I wanted to spend as much time with him as I could, and I was also exhausted because you guys have heard me whining throughout this entire video about how I can't sleep by myself, which really isn't the case. I can, and I have. For those of you who are new, my husband is currently in the National Guard, but he was active duty military, Air Force, for 6 years, and we went through different shifts of work, and I do have one deployment under my belt. It's a little bit better, right? Speaking of which, I haven't told you guys this, but Andrew, who is my husband, I feel like I have quite a few new people. My husband, I guess I don't have to say his name, is just graduated from the police academy. So now he's like a beat cop, which is really, really exciting. We survived our first week, and he full up and loves it. There's like, he went to a pretty good beat and area. It's not the worst in Phoenix. It's like if it was like a scale of, you know what I mean, worst to best, it's like the 4th or 5th worst, which I will take. That's like in the middle, you know what I mean? But anyway, so survived our first week. He loves it, which is awesome. So anyways, back to what I haven't told you guys about, and I'm like kind of in denial about, is that Andrew got assigned a deployment again. So it will, even though he's guard, he's no longer active duty, they do still have to rotate deployments. So it's the same place where he went before, which is a country called Qatar, which I had no idea even existed until he went 4 years ago now. Shit. 5 years. It's been 5 years, actually, since he's been deployed. He went in 2012. He left October and didn't get back until May. So it's like a good 6 months. It's technically like 7 when they do what's called RTC, which is like you go to a specific training for deployments, which is typically in Texas because that's where a lot of Air Force training is. So anyways, he's getting deployed. He leaves in December of next year. So in 1 year from now, he'll be gearing up, or he may even already be gone, to Texas for training. And then they'll be in country in Qatar. I think he said January, so he wouldn't be back until the summertime, which is just the worst timing because he literally misses everything. So he'll probably miss Christmas, which he'll be missing baby girl's very first Christmas. And he'll be gone until June, which means he'll be missing baby girl's very first birthday. And also Aiden's 4th birthday, his own birthday, Andrew's. And so it's just really, really hard. And I'm anticipating it being even harder because the first time he left, Nessa, I'm using your highlighter. The very first time he went on deployment, we had 0 children, obviously, because it was 5 years ago. And I moved home where I moved here to live with my parents because you can make a ton of money that way because you're still getting what they call BAH, which stands for Base Assisted Housing. I'm just like giving you guys a lesson on lingo and the goings on of Air Force. So we get something called BAH. Ooh, yes ma'am. Wow, wee. Holy cannoli. Wow. Wow. This is the Master Chrome by Face Studio from Maybelline in the color 100 Molten Gold or Fondue. That is so weird. It says Molten Gold or Fondue on the back. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, you get in the Air Force something called BAH, Base Assisted Housing, when you're active duty. And so if you live on base, they take 100% of it, which sucks because base housing is complete caca, and they take 100% no matter what rank you are. So obviously, depending, you know, tech sergeant gets paid a lot more than an airman first class, obviously. But if they both live on base, they both get 100% taken. So anyways, I moved home because we would pocket all that money. So we made like a really good amount of money when he left the first time. And it was completely tax-free when you're deployed. The year he went was the last year that they did, they had duty hazard pay. Even though Qatar is a non-combat zone, they were giving you guys they were giving us hazard duty pay. So you got an extra for that. You got separation pay from your spouse, and on top of like your regular pay. So we made really, really good money. We paid off a lot of bills because this was literally the first year we got married that he got deployed, which I have a funny story time about how he told me because he's such a jerk. But anyway, we also, I don't think I've ever done like a story time on how we got married. I know I did a story time on like how we met and he proposed and everything, but we actually got married in a courthouse. We didn't do anything fancy, and we didn't take a honeymoon because I flew to DC and Andrew was already working. He had already taken all the time off. I remember in that story time I told you guys, like, when he came home and proposed, originally we were gonna like be engaged for a year and like do it properly and all this and that, and as soon as we were separated, like, we just couldn't do it. We could not be apart. And so we did the courthouse wedding thing, and we were so broke. You know, you don't make a ton of money with the military. You just don't, unless you're a officer or something like that. The money's just not there, but there are other benefits. This isn't a military video. So anyways, when he got back and we had that nice savings, we went on a sweet honeymoon. We went to Florida and we did Universal Studios and Disney World. And so we like did all these extra activities with it. I know some people are like, that's your honeymoon, but we only had so much time when he got back, and so we weren't going to go like out of the country. And him and I, when we actually got engaged, took a trip to Disneyland in California. And so him and I kind of just have like a special thing with Disney. And so we were on that side of the country anyway, and I like looked up all the packages, like the all-inclusive stuff, and we loved Universal 10 times more than Disney World. I would never go back to Disney World. So anyways, with this deployment, unfortunately, we'll be in our own house. So it's not like I could like, or I would move back in with my parents, you know what I mean? Because we'll have bought a house by then. And we'll probably just pay off bills and put a lot into savings, because now we do have kids who are going to go to college, and we're actually buying a second vehicle this year coming up. Not this year because it's December, but year, in 2018, we're buying a house and a vehicle. And so when he gets deployed, we'll probably pay off a huge chunk of the car if we can, and then put the rest into savings. Because we've been living at home, we did have the opportunity to pay off some of our bills, but not all of them. Because if you're new to my channel, when we first got here, like, it was pretty bad because Andrew didn't get into the academy right away like we thought he was. He was on unemployment, and anyway, he didn't get, we moved here in October of last year, and he didn't get into the academy until June. So, and even while he was in the academy, we really weren't making good money. The good money comes now that he's a regular beat cop, because it's not salary like he was in the academy. Like, they just gave you 40 hours, even though he was there probably at least 50 to 60 hours. He only got paid for 40, but now that he clocks in and everything, plus he got a raise for graduating, you know, we're making pretty decent money. And now the fact that we're getting our VA assistance for housing for his schooling, that's amazing. And that's why we're finally able to go get a house. And then come next year, probably with our tax return, we'll be able to get a new vehicle. Because we want to put as much down as possible, because we don't want really high monthly bills. Like, we could probably take what's in our savings right now and go get a car, but it's not a lot. So our payments would be higher, and we just don't want all that nonsense. So, I just want to check in with you, which is 15 minutes long, and let you guys know what was going on, and that I'm still getting used to weekend vlogging. And the only Christmassy thing that I really did this weekend was bake. I'm really glad how everything turned out. I just have to ice cupcakes later, which maybe I'll show you those. And I'm going to film a couple of videos because my parents aren't here right now. And Andrew's at the Guard, which I think I already told you. It's his weekend for December for going. So I'm going to let you guys go so I can finish getting ready. And I will talk to you later. Bye! Finally finished the cupcakes. So these are the Girl Scout cupcakes with a ganache icing, which I've never done ganache, and it turned out pretty dang good actually. And then these ones are caramel mocha coconut, so they have actual coconut pieces on there, and the coconut came out crazy, so that's why it doesn't look as pretty, but I'm pretty proud of them. Look like they're gonna taste pretty good. Hi guys, so we're on our way to the very first Christmas party of the season. It is for the Guard, and it's not a fancy one. I did do a tutorial Tuesday on the look that I have on right now, which you can't see behind these massive sunglasses, but it'll just be a surprise. Aiden and I are in our Christmas garb, t-shirts. He looks so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you guys his little outfit. He's so cute. Mine too. I'm wearing a maternity Christmas shirt. Oh, so cute. It's like kind of a chill. It's security forces only. It's not like a whole base Christmas party. It's just the security forces squadron, which it's pretty chill. It is Sunday, so I might get some footage of the Christmas party. I'm not sure. If so, I'll insert it here. Aiden's literally the only child here, but not the only spouse, thank God. This is our dining facility, isn't it cute?
It symbolizes the missing in action.
It symbolizes the missing in action. Okay.
There's a, you see right here?
Yeah. They have this little table for the prisoners of war, the missing in action. Their dining facility is actually really nice. Like, they even have like fire on their TVs. They have a nice little Christmas tree. Our prairie's right there. But... oh, this is where Aiden wants to be. Eden, jump! Jump! It feels so weird being on a base. I haven't been on one in a really long time. It's like the outside. It's a fake jet. Look at this giant Christmas tree. Holy cow, it's beautiful. Other than that, it's Sunday, and after the Christmas party, Andrew gets to come home and we're gonna spend the rest of the evening together. I feel so bad for Andrew because this morning he had to wake up at 3 o'clock for work, 3:30 actually a.m. and then he worked all day, so he's gonna be so tired tonight. But tomorrow he goes back to his cop shop from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 2 o'clock in the morning when it's all said and done. So I'm going to end the vlog here so I can try and help Andrew stay up as late as possible tonight and get back on schedule for the next week coming up. I'm really sorry that this one was so emotional, but it is always hard dealing with new change, especially with being pregnant and all the hormones and my son being a terror right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, the very first week of Vlogmas, and there was enough Christmassy things in there for you guys. Next week I'll probably do some wrapping and some more shopping and stuff of that sort. So I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up so I know. And if you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Cocco. You are watching the Cocco channel. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!